Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living here in Carlsbad, one of the most beautiful parts of California. So if you're watching us online, you're part of our community, and we're happy that you're joining us this morning. We have wonderful ideas here to share with anyone who has ears to hear. We present universal principles that anyone can use to enhance the quality of their life and, by extension, to make the world a better place. We always like to begin with an opening spiritual mind treatment, which really is to create a cohesive consciousness, kind of a field. I like to think of it as a launching pad where everything from that moment on proceeds from that consciousness. So let's begin. As we always do, we simply start by remembering that there is only one life, being all life. It's spirit. It's known in the world by many names: God, universal mind, the absolute, consciousness. Whatever we call it, it responds by corresponding to our highest perception of possibility. That power is everywhere. It is always right where we are. It is coming through us, by means of us, and it has only one intention, and that is to become. To move ideas from the invisible to the visible, to bring forth good and more good, to prosper all life. For it is the supply, it is the vitality, it is the love, it is the joy, it is the peace, it is the intelligence that each one of us personifies. And so we're happy to be here today to remember these truths and to allow our mind to move into that place of acceptance on a higher level than ever before. And so I affirm for everyone here and everyone watching online, there's something good trying to happen for each one of us. We name it, we claim it, and as we begin to express it, we see it is already so. And so we affirm that all are filled today with the spiritual awareness that all is well all the time. We are grateful to know this, and we're grateful for one another, and we begin from that high place of gratitude, allowing the moment to unfold from within, as Rumi said, like a ball rolling from its own center. Thank you for being here. We let it begin, and so it is. We're going to do something a little different today. We're going to light the candles first. So, Jessica, the first candle we light is for life. We just talked about that. Life is what is. Life is what we are experiencing. And life, of course, is the spirit expressing by means of each one of us. So let's affirm, I am life. We light a candle for love. Oh, absolutely. Love is the energy that brings things together that belong together and maintains them in harmony and balance. The birth of love happens within each one of us every time we make room for it. And we do that today by affirming, I am love. We light a candle for light. Light is what we are. Everything is made out of light. And the light of God is the presence and the power that we acknowledge within ourselves. We are always walking in that light, so we affirm, I am light. And of course, we light a candle for beauty. Beauty is all around us, and we are very fortunate here to see it everywhere we go in this wonderful place that we live. But it can be found anywhere if we have eyes to see it. So we are made in that image and likeness. We are each whole, complete, and beautiful, just as we are. Let's say it together. I am beauty. How about I am beautiful? I am beautiful. And so are you. All right. Joy. Oh gosh, joy is one of my favorite qualities of spirit, because it is that energy that moves through us, becoming the expression of our deepest heart and our highest knowing. So let's say it together. I am joy. Reverend Kate just walked in the room. Hello, darling. And lastly, of course, I am peace. Let's say that together as we acknowledge that peace today and every day, we open our minds and our hearts to living in that quiet place of peace. I am peace. And your inner light is the greatest light of all. It's radiant, it's unique, it's like no other, but it contributes to everything. So let's say that together. I am light personified. Thank you, Jessica. And welcome back, Reverend Kate. We are so glad to see you. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yay. Let's get up and sing. We're going to be happy today and sing this wonderful song that Lucille brought forth for us.
Yes.
It's called The Hokey Pokey, lyrics by an old friend of ours, Reverend Lisa Stewart.
You betcha.
Okay, you lead us.
Okay, so everybody, just
You got the words.
And yeah, we have the words, and don't forget to dance a little bit, if you know, just like the kids do. All right, here we go. Ready? You do the
Hokey pokey.
hokey pokey. You do the hokey pokey.
You
do God's hokey pokey, and you turn your mind around. Yes,
that's what it's all about. Woo.
I put my prayer treatment in.
I toss my
old beliefs out. I commit
to the action that will bring it all about.
I do some meditation and turn my life around.
That's what it's all about.
You do the hokey pokey. You do the
hokey pokey. You do God's
hokey
pokey, and you turn your mind around. That's what it's all about.
I put my whole heart in.
I throw my
inner critic out. I release all the stuff
I've been whining about. I do some acts of kindness and expand my gratitude. That's what it's all about.
You do the hokey pokey.
You do the hokey pokey.
You do the hokey pokey, and you turn your mind around.
That's what it's all about.
One more time. You do the
hokey pokey.
Come on.
You do the hokey pokey.
You do God's hokey pokey, and you turn your mind around.
That's what it's all about.
Hokey pokey.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right, so here is our opening statement that we say together. It sets the intention, really, for what we're all about here this morning. So let's say it as one voice. There is one life, both visible and invisible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect love and perfect intelligence. I am an individualized expression of all that it is. I am ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect intelligence. Thank you. And so that is, and now I want to reintroduce Lucille Park with her first musical selection this morning. Let's welcome her.
When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot thou hast taught me to say, it is well, it is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul, with my soul. It is well haste the day when the faith shall be sight. The clouds be rolled back as a scroll. The trumpet shall resound, and the Lord shines within. Yes, I know it is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul, with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul, with my soul. It is well. It is well with my soul. All is well. All is well with my soul.
Beautiful. Yeah, it touches the soul. Well, as students of New Thought and people who are attempting to practice these universal principles that we teach here, we want to be a little wary of the tendency to expect ourselves to transcend everything in the physical world. I'm calling my talk today Close Encounters because we do have close encounters of the physical kind, don't we? You know, back in the day, in Ernest Holmes' day and, 100 years ago, practitioners and people in this teaching would hide things. If they got sick or if they had a problem, they never talked about it, never mentioned it. And they had a reason for that. They felt they didn't want to solidify it. But I think nowadays we realize our power is a little more personal and that sometimes we just have to experience the experience, right? Because we're always whole, we're always perfect, we're always intact at the soul level, and it always reasserts itself, right? So we live in the third dimension of things and experience, and we deal with the perception of time and space. We share this planet with a dizzying variety of forms, and sometimes they bump into us. I had a little experience recently I'm going to share with you. Oh, it's about a week ago. I went out to get the mail and I locked myself out of the condo. Now, my housemate was taking a nap in his bedroom. We're on the ground floor. So I rang the bell. I figured, well, he'll hear me. Well, he didn't. Turns out he only hears it on his phone and he had turned his phone off. So after I rang it about 6 times, I thought, I bet I could knock on his window and that'll wake him up. And so I went over there and realized, it's just covered with foliage and there's a little green wire fence I'd have to climb over. So I started plowing around and seeing if I could get over, and I wasn't able to do it. And just when I thought, I think I'll throw a rock in his window like kids used to do to get their girlfriend or boyfriend's attention. And he came out. He had heard me. So he let me back in. Now, here's the point of my story. Not 10 minutes after I came in the condo, my arms erupted into red welts. Both, and they're still there, but they're faded. This was over a week ago. The next day, they were on my legs. I looked like I had some dreaded disease from the tropics. I got a few here and a few there. So I started, I put honey on them, I put turmeric on them, I put ginger on them, I put cortisone on them, I put non-itch cream on them, calamine, everything I could think of. And one night I woke up in the middle of the night itching so bad I thought I was going to kill myself. Just horrible, right? And then they started to fade. Well, in the meantime, I sent Reverend Kate a picture of the plant because I figured it has to do something with that plant. I've never been allergic to anything in my life. So she used to be a farmer, she knows about plants. So she got back to me and she said, that's a lantana and it's known to give people hives if they're sensitive to it. I went, well, what do you know? I'm sensitive. And then I, of course, as a good New Thought person, I said, gee, have I been at odds with the environment a little bit lately? Maybe a little bit. I watch the news maybe too often. Yeah. There's always an inner cause, but the point is we don't always have to get to it right then, but rather just attend to what we're doing and allow it to run its course. As long as we keep affirming, I'm whole, I'm perfect, my body is strong, it is aware, it knows what it's doing, all right? So things happen that seem to come to us rather than through us. Have you ever had that experience? And it's very easy to attribute cause outside of ourselves, but it's in those times that we have to stick to the spiritual principle. And I'll tell you another story that really illustrates this in a beautiful way. This is a true story. A friend of mine named Bob, years ago when I was in ministerial training, he told this story in class. His entire life, he had been afraid of birds and he didn't know why. He figured something happened to him when he was a baby. Maybe a bird flew into the carriage or something. He didn't know why, but he was deathly afraid of birds. He went on a trip to Costa Rica, and in the jungle, he was in this beautiful resort in the jungle, and there was a path walking through the foliage. And so he went on a walk one day, and he said, I noticed that there were feet behind me. And he said, so I sped up, and they sped up. And I stopped, and they stopped. And he said, so I slowly turned around to see who was following me, and I came face to face with the biggest bird I have ever seen. This face was right here. And I said, Bob, what did you think? He said, I thought, that which I feared the most has come upon me. And that's exactly true. That's exactly true. So it's easy to succumb to the sense of being the victim of circumstance. But experience doesn't make us a victim unless we succumb to the tendency to think so. And that's the great temptation. In the parable of Adam and Eve, I could do a whole talk about those guys, but in the parable of Adam and Eve, Adam succumbed to that temptation. He blamed everything on Eve. She got them kicked out of paradise. She was the temptress who must be controlled. Don't get me started, because that's still happening. Joseph Campbell said, some people got stuck in the metaphor, right? And they're literally using it as an excuse for horrible behavior. Anyway, we cannot always attribute cause to anything other than the outer world. But if we want to be the master of our fate, we can't allow our mind to go there and take up residence. A minister of long ago, Dr. Tom Costa, some of you may remember Tom. He liked to play with words. He once said, when you're going through hell, keep moving. Don't buy a condo there. When you're going through something, keep moving on your spiritual truth. My housemate, who is 84 years old, swims at the Y 3 times a week. And he told me about this guy he sees. This man, he talked to him, he's 88 years old. He's really bent over. He only has the use of one arm. He swims 3 times a week, 2 miles in 2 hours. I couldn't do that. 3 times a week, this old guy is swimming 2 miles in 2 hours. To me, he's a living example of mind over body. His will is in charge. He's willing himself to do it, not his age, not his physical limitations. None of those things are in charge of his experience. He is. Great example. And to me, this is a classic example of be in the world, but not of it. I use this a lot because it is a profound piece of advice. It is a profound teaching to be in the world, but not of it. This man lives with apparent limitations, but he doesn't allow them to be the cause of his experience. You know, when the master teacher Jesus gave that advice, I doubt many in the crowd understood it. I mean, can't you just see him? Be in the world, but not of it. Huh? What did he say? What did he say? Be in the world, but not of it. What? People probably couldn't hear that. It's so deep to be in the world, but not of it. But it is great spiritual advice. And it is a part of this teaching. It does not mean we retreat into a hermit-like existence. You don't have to go to the Himalayas and sit in a cave for the rest of your life, or even never come out of your house or stay in meditation all day long. That isn't what this means. It means to be in the world, but not get mired in the illusion, not get mired in the experience. Stay on top of it. Stay in charge of it. It means to participate in the world of things. And if we break it down, included in be in the world, but not of it, is do not defend your limitations. Have you ever heard yourself doing that? I can't because, oh no, you don't understand. We will list our limitations and we will defend them passionately. You ask someone what the problem is, and they're going to jump up and down and tell you passionately what it is. You won't believe what happened to me. I think, I use this as an example a lot because it's true. I've done it myself. Defend your limitations. But that does not make the situation better. It makes it worse or more real than it actually is. So we need to get in front of it. My friend Angela Taggart, who's a minister up in Eureka, she wrote something the other day that I thought was quite worth quoting. She said, "We are not here to wrestle life into shape, but to calm it down with a kind of inner peace." So in other words, we have close encounters with things, with other people, with all kinds of situations. And our job as metaphysicians isn't to wrestle it and to shape the way we want it. It's to infuse it with a sense of peace, a sense of calm, a sense of, I see through this appearance. I know there's a greater good happening here. I know there's something underneath this, and I'm going to find out what it is. So we're never fooled by the appearance. That's another great piece of advice from the master teacher. Judge righteously. Do not judge by appearances. And to judge righteously means to see through it to what is actually there trying to happen. There's always some good trying to happen. That's just the way life is. So, like I said, if you ask most people what their problem is, they're going to really jump up and down and tell you what it is. But ask them what they would like instead in their life, and they are stuck for an answer. Most of us have very low energy when, I'm not talking about any of you, you're all way beyond this, but whoever's out there, listen. People say, what would you really like? Well, I don't know, I guess healthier? And when we should be saying, I claim my vitality. I know my body is a manifestation of God's consciousness and it is whole, complete, and on the move right now, regardless of appearances. That's what we have to do. It's easy to be excited about the limitation and very blasé about the healing or about the possibility that's inherent in it. Any close encounter we have, there's a possibility inherent in it for some kind of awakening in us. Just like my experience with that bush. I had to say, what am I being so sensitive about? I've never been allergic to anything. I've been walking this planet for 84 years, for heaven's sakes, and nothing's ever bothered me before. Well, why am I so bothered now? Well, I could name it. And I had to do something about that, right? Let it pass. It's experience on the move. something good is trying to happen, even when it looks like only bad is trying to happen. Good is always trying to happen. That's the nature of the universe, always trying to happen. So we need some enthusiasm for our desires. To be filled with enthusiasm means to be filled with God, to be filled with spirit, enthused with the spirit. Nothing moves until enthusiasm moves it. I thought of a bumper sticker. I made this up. I'm pretty proud of it. Lukewarm, never cooked a dinner. Hokey pokey. If our energy is on the problem, we might as well put the down payment on the condo because we're going to be living there for a while. If our energy is on the limitation, we're taking up permanent residence. So just a few days ago, last week, my housemate and I had to release Tessa the cat back to the universe. She was 17 years old, and he had had her since she was a baby. I've only known her for 6 months. But she was a sassy cat. She didn't like women. She only liked him. And if I tried to pet her, she was, you know how cats are. And cats are the perfect example of being in the world but not of it. Have you noticed that? Yeah. So there were tears, of course, but no blame. This is the way of life. This is the way of experience. It's all temporary. It all moves. It all becomes something. And beings appear. We appear and we individualize this expression, and then we exit the body. I love Benjamin Franklin. I used to use this at memorial services. He said, life is like a big party on a cruise, and that it's going on when you arrive, and it'll be going on when you leave. There'll be different people and different musicians and different dancers, but the party will continue. And that's kind of a really healthy way to look at things. And also, it's a way to really deepen our enjoyment of being in the world, to know it's temporary. Our children, however they are right now, it's temporary, and they're precious, however they are right now. And when we start resisting the environment, we're actually denying it its full possibility. We are. And when I look at the news and I know that I am denying the possibility that's inherent in whatever's going on right now. So cats are in the world but not of it, and dogs, on the other hand, are of the world. Very present, very needy, and wonderful reflections of us. So can we be lively participants in life and at the same time see through it all? Yes, we can. Can we trust the natural processes we all experience, the close encounters we all have, yet master our way of living through them? Science of mind is not about detaching from the world, but using our power to stay in charge of how we experience the world. So in conclusion, my rash is fading. The kitty is released. Reverend Kate is well. The tears have stopped, and life goes on. And so it is.
I'm looking for a miracle. I expect the impossible. I feel the intangible. I see the invisible. I'm looking for a miracle. I expect the impossible. I feel the intangible. I see the invisible. The sky is the limit to what I can have. The sky is the limit to what I can have. If I believe and receive it, I can have it today. Hey, hey, if I believe and receive it, I can have it today. I expect a miracle every day. I will make a way out of no way. I expect a miracle every day. I will make a way out of no way. I expect a miracle every day. I will make a way out of no way. If I believe and receive it, I can have it today. Hey, hey, if I believe and receive it, I can have it today. I'm looking for a miracle.
You get the
I
pouches
expect
selection.
the impossible. Oh, yeah. I feel the intangible. I see the invisible. I'm looking for a miracle. I expect the impossible. I feel the intangible. I see the invisible. The sky is the limit to what I can have. We know that. The sky is the limit to what I can have. If I believe and receive it, I can have it today. Hey, hey, if I believe and receive it, I can have it today.
I really like that. All right, it's time for conscious giving, a really important part of our time together every Sunday when we show physically our close encounter with the center and the teaching, and we support it. Morgan's in the back with the pouches. If you want to come up, Morgan, and we'll just start passing it around. Those of you who are watching online, you can donate too, and we would appreciate it if you did. You can do it through Zelle if you're in California. You can do it through PayPal, and you can get on our website and hit the donate button or send us a check. We thank you in advance for your generosity and thank each and every one of you here today. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I am, and all that I give. I know this is so, and so it is. And let's sing this beautiful little song.
Okay. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Beautiful. Thank you. Where potluck is next Sunday. It's the third Sunday of every month. It's always fun. So plan to be here. And if you want to bring something for a potluck, we appreciate that too. And our next announcement is, unfortunately, we have postponed the Art and Science of Spiritual Mind Treatment class for a number of reasons. But Reverend Kate and I have been talking about it. We're really committed to teaching this class when everything kind of gets back in shape for her and for my living situation as well. So we'll get it done. And thank you for those of you who are interested. Maybe by the time we do it, there'll be a whole lot more. You can request spiritual mind treatment of your practitioners, which would be Dr. Maddie, myself, Larry, and Reverend Kate. And we'd be happy to treat for you to know the highest and best for any situation that you find yourself involved in. And those forms are out on the table as you exit. They're over there by the wall. Just fill one out. It's all confidential. And you'll be happy you'll see the effects for sure. All right. And birthday party, first Sunday of the month. We did it last week, so we'll do it in the 1st of November. And a giant thank you to volunteers. Thank you, Morgan, for these beautiful flowers and the cute Halloween display. Thank you, Maddie, for all the wonderful food you brought, and your son who cooks for us. We love that. Thank you, Daryl and Johnny, for setting up our sound. Gosh, that's a big job that you do every week. And for anybody else, Jessica for handling the candles and Larry for greeting. It's wonderful. We cannot do it without each other. That's just the way it is in these things. All right, so big mahalo, big thank you. Reverend Maureen is coming back for a visit, so we'll be seeing her soon. I think she's arriving tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So, all right, let's close with our little song that we sing. It's on the back of your program.
Open your heart, let your love go free out over the ocean, right across the street. Let it flow like a river, let it fly like a dove, till your heart remember you can't stop loving.